What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the arch and bench pressing. So is it safe and is it effective to arch when you bench? So this gets quickly divided into two camps, sort of the Instagram police, the hero trying to save the damsel in distress. Oh, you're going to ruin your back, stop arching when you bench, DM me, I'll show you how to bench. Or the other side, the more pragmatic group that says, no, there's no problem with arching your back when you bench. You're not likely to increase the risk of injury by any means. Now, both are right and both are wrong. Now, the camp that's right in the fact that you can injure your back when you bench are right in the wrong way. They're sort of misappropriating where they think the injury is going to happen. Now, anytime you put excessive movement through the spine, there is risk of injury. The nice thing with the bench press is you're horizontally loaded. I wouldn't recommend squatting or deadlifting with this arch spine, but the fact that it's a horizontal load and not a vertical load plays a huge role in the safety of arching your back. So the problem with saying that there's no likelihood of injury is actually the fact that the injury is not going to happen between the lumbar spine and the thoracic spine, so where that peak of the arch actually is, and more likely to happen in the cervical spine. So we need to look at the main mechanisms of injury of a disc. So to injure your disc, sort of the intervertebral water balloon that manages compression between the vertebrae and sort of gives space between the bones, is going to get injured 1, 2, 3, or 4 of 4 ways. So you need a moment of axial compression, standing up. That's why you see a lot more back injuries with squatting and deadlifting, because there's that component of axial compression, which we don't have when we're bench pressing, regardless of how big your arch is. So axial compression kind of get thrown out the window. Now, lateral flexion and rotation. Again, bench press, I hope if you're laterally flexing and rotating your spine when you bench press, you're going to have a lot bigger problems on your hands. But the last comes into flexion. So flexion would be bending forward. Now, this is an extended curve. So a lot of people that think they're going to hurt their back, or people are going to hurt their back when they bench, think they're going to hurt their low back or the thoracic spine, that peak of the arch, where it's actually more likely to happen in the cervical spine, because relative to your torso's position, your cervical spine is now in a moment of flexion, and that's one of the main components of a disc injury. So when you're bench pressing and you're trying to utilize a big arch to create more efficient movement, shorten the distance, work these 4 cm distance, cut distance down, we can effectively do more work over a shorter distance. So if you're attempting to arch in a way to create a mechanical advantage, by all means do so, but be mindful of the position of your head. So try not to further flex your cervical spine when going through the bench arch. So keep that in mind next time you're working out. We'll see you next time.